You're supposed to be paying attention right now. Growing up, I used to get hyped. I've always been a musician that if I'm heartbroken, if I went through like a hard breakup with a girlfriend, when I go work, that's totally different. This is something I don't want to be around with. Hey, no, mijo, ¿sabes que ya agarramos a alguien más? To me, it was like a...
Habla Mario el mono.
And I was like... He's like, mira, vamos a tener un evento en el Hollywood Bowl y pues quería que tú vinieras a la práctica. No, pues es que ocupo que vengas en los próximos 45 minutos. Keep in mind, I live in Palmdale, and then he's stationed in Whittier. So that's at least an hour and a half. I got there in an hour and 10 minutes with a ticket. Because I was excited. Like young zombie was so excited to get a call from Mario El Mono, you know?
And I've seen you drive when you're not excited.
Around this time was like the craziest I've ever been. Like I said, I grew up around a bad group of friends. I used to try to get under big rigs, which is so stupid. So I was that guy, like I was just very fearless, right? So anyways, I go to the practice and then estamos practicando, el tema. And then because of young me, I always liked practicing other people's music. So yo cuando llegué ya me sabía todo su repertorio. And then there was this one song that he had, esta. Right? Which is I Was Invierno. So I learned that one on the spot. And then he's like, oye, ¿te sabes el repertorio? I was like, es que pues de joven me ponía a practicar los discos. And then after that, he liked the way I worked. I did the Hollywood Bowl with him for 3 years straight. And then after that, I think I don't know if you want to call it my name, kind of like started growing. Porque pues ya, you're working with Imperial de Mexico, you're working with ex Sol de Mexico, ex Galleros, ex Vargas, ex Camperos, you know, so my name started
Reputation.
My name started getting more tossed around within, I mean, I don't want to make it seem that way, but like within the higher names. I was there 10 years with Imperial, 10 years. Mario Rodriguez El Mono, he is Mariachi Imperial de Mexico. He started that after he quit Los Camperos. At that time, Animas was playing with Camperos. And then he offered him a spot in his group. And then he's like, hey, pues tú y yo tenemos que ser mancuerna. Porque pues se caían bien, you know? They were like uña y caca. And even to this day, they argue like couple, but uno no se va. El Animas no se va, and that's always been pretty cool. Even when I was in his group for like I said, 10 years, I would see people come and go, and then as long as Mario was there, and as long as Animas was there, like it was Imperial. So that's always been pretty cool. Like it's like those guys have like how can I say, like an amazing bond, like a hate bond, because they're always arguing. Pero it's like badass. And that's around the time when I started working with Pichito, Jorge Gonzalez. And I want to say, I always give a lot of credit to Mariachi Los Toros because I learned a lot off of Eduardo, or Lalo, y obviamente Carlos, you know? Pero I feel like once I was there, I was kind of like more mature, so I kind of knew what I liked. And at that time, that's when I met Jorge, El Pichito. And then that's when I learned to follow guitarron players. Like it was just like a natural instinct. And then him and I developed like a pareja. Like we worked so well together that we'll play a song, whatever it was, whether it was a tema, whether it was Son de la Negra, and I would be like facing the audience or just facing, I always tend to face from here to here. I never face this hand. It's always this hand that I'm looking at. And then I would just see him looking at me, and I already knew like, okay, the next music he wants me to like que le meta huevos, you know? And then I would just like kind of like in my peripherals just look at him, just see him smirk. And even not that yesterday actually, I was looking at a video where I'm playing and I have this camera on here, which is on Mi Abuela TV. I was actually the first one to do that. And I have a camera on here and I'm playing something and you can see when I turn around, because I saw my peripherals that he wanted something, so le empecé a cargar, and then you could see him smirk, and then I turned around, I was like, yeah, that's what you wanted, huh? So I built like a certain bond with
Not
him.
at all sexual? Not at all sexual.
It kind of was, yeah.
It's like, I know what you want.
Yeah, it was like I don't know, dude, it was very weird.
It's that nonverbal communication that, as an armonía section, when you've been working either so long together or you just click, is that moment where you guys are playing something together and it flows. It's that flow state.
Porque, ponlo así, it was so notorious that we did, I want to say 2 to 3 years, we did a Vargas tour with Imperial, Vargas, and maybe Jimmy's group. And
Garibaldi.
yeah, everyone, and I'm not exaggerating, every time we would do that thing, every year, everyone was like, dude, tú y el zombie, you guys are badass. And not just Jimmy's group, but like people from Vargas. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like I don't see it like as, oh my God, I'm better than Vargas. No, but it was pretty cool to be like recognized as a
acknowledged
as a couple, not even so much like as an individual, but like, hell yeah, like how cool is it that you could feel what me and this have, you know? So that, yeah, the con Pichito was pretty cool.
Nice.
Like pretty sick. It was pretty sick, man. Even nowadays, a veces nos juntamos. I had already quit the group for like 2 years. We've done shows, and there's a picture where we're playing Gavilancillo, and I think I'm like standing like that. Like I already knew what he wanted. Y ya teníamos quizás un año sin chambear, and it was pretty cool. So it's like you build bonds, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What group are you with right now?
So after maybe, I don't know, I want to say maybe almost 20 years of playing Mi Abuela, all of a sudden one day, I'm getting ready to make a video. Kind of like all these lights, well, a lot less pro, but. So I'm standing in my little desk, right? I have maybe the same Mi Abuela, and I get a phone call, and I'm like, so whatever, he calls me 3-4 times, and then I get a message on Facebook. No, soy Mauricio del Internacional, llámame. And I was like, oh, could be cool. So I call. Hey, ¿qué onda, Mauri? ¿Cómo estás? So I listened to like maybe 5-10 minutes, right? And this whole time that he's telling me, you know, there's gonna be changes in the group, I'm thinking, hopefully it's for Mi Abuela. And then he hits me, pero es de guitarrón. I was like, what? So se va a salir, you know, fulano de tal. Mira, es que va a haber una oportunidad, pero va a ser de guitarrón. Y yo me quedé así como que, ok. Y yo, ¿qué quieres que haga? Dice, no, pues es que yo he visto pues que te pones a practicar y te he visto tocando el guitarrón. So le dije, oh, pues la neta, déjalo pienso. Le digo, déjalo pienso. Y ya colgué. Y ese día, I started walking around my room. I was like, do I really want to do this? Because, I mean, even though Internacional de Mexico, they're not super popular, they are popular. Pero it's weird how to explain that. Because they're not like Sol de Mexico or Camperos popular, but they're like artistically popular, you know? They're not like...
They're a niche group. Like
yeah,
they're. I mean,
I don't.
Solid group. They're
not because I'm there, but they're on their own level. Es muy diferente. Props to. I have friends in Sol de Mexico. I have friends in Camperos. You know, my recent friend Pilín. Pero these guys are like, no sé, como que otra onda. So I was like, shoot, do I really want to do this? You know, and then playing guitarrón. Last time I played guitarrón was maybe from 2014 through 2015 con Imperial. But I was like, this time it will be actually in a professional level. So I want to say I walked around my room, and I don't have a big studio, maybe like the size of this. And I was walking for like maybe a whole hour. And I was like, do I really want to do this? And I told myself, 2019, I told myself next year, because I don't know much about music. I was like, I want to learn music. I want to go to school. I want to at least know what it is I'm doing in do, you know? So I was like, you know what? This will be a cool opportunity. So I was like, oh, do I really want to do it? And I finally grabbed my phone. I was like, Sas, ¿qué onda, Mauri? Hey, sí, mañana voy. Or I think I told him Saturday. I think he might have called me on a Thursday. But he's like, no, si puedes venir mañana para que hables con el jefe. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. Le digo, pero yo, a lo mejor hasta el sábado puedo. But he's like, no. Dice, ya en cuanto alguien se dé cuenta de que Brock se salió, a lot of people are going to start calling other people. He's like, I want you to come first. So I was kind of like thrown off because he doesn't know me as a bass player. He knows me as a vihuela player because we've done a couple gigs together. I don't know, some part of me just jumped on it, and I told my boss that I think that's one of the other times I killed my grandma. And I got the day off and I went over there. And yeah, and then I talked to Francisco Jara. I talked to him. And then he was all persistent. I guess he wanted me to be from Nochislan because half of the group was from Nochislan. I was like, hell no, bro. I'm from San Fernando Valley, dude. From the A1A.
San Fernando Nochislan.
Casi. I was like, nah, dude, I'm from the A1A. Yeah, mis papás, mi mamá es de Querétaro. Mi papá, pues según es de Veracruz. And I was like, no, yo nací en el Valle de San Fernando. And then they invited me to play and they liked the way I worked. Wachi was like, oh, pues sí, mijo, tienes buen tiempo, blah, blah. And then from there, that same night, ya me tenían calando unos trajes, which I thought it was kind of like surreal. Like, I still didn't, even till today, which we're talking about 2 months into me joining that group, I still don't feel like I'm in that group. But that's the group I'm in now.
Hashtag COVID-19.
Yeah, hashtag. Yeah, man. So that's where I've ended up in Internacional de Mexico as a guitarron player.
Any recommendations for young players? I know you have a huge following on YouTube and Instagram, and if you don't follow him on Instagram, I know a lot of YouTubers follow him on YouTube, but they might not follow him on Instagram. What recommendations would you have for young musicians? What mistakes would you want people to avoid, or what advice would you give to young armonía players in general? Since you know, vihuela, guitar, guitarrón, golpe, what would you recommend to people?
Damn, that's a serious question. I never thought about that. Pero if you come from a background where you feel like maybe music is not for you, or you feel like you're never gonna be good at music, I also come from that background. You know, like I said, I grew up in a bad circle of friends. I want to say most of my elementary friends are probably dead or in jail. So that's how you know where I came from. So if you could find an escape, and as cheesy as that sounds, if you could find that escape through music, you should do it. You're never too stupid to learn. Just like myself, pues yo de vez en cuando, Fred tells me about the Marcho and all this stuff, and I'm like, damn, I don't even know that, but I could play. So definitely take that under consideration. Music really helps you to like find yourself. I feel like music helped me be who I am. So if that could be you, then do it, you know. And if you could also find yourself a teacher right at the beginning, somebody like him, who, you know, he's actually good, you know, y te da buenas instrucciones, then that'll be a good idea. But honestly, as long as you do it by yourself, I'm always one of those people that I stand by without disrespecting you, that you don't need a teacher. As long as, it's like this, if you really like a girl, you're gonna go and try to pursue her. You're gonna try to get her attention. You're not gonna look at books. You're not gonna be like, how to pursue a chick. You're just gonna try to get her attention just by being your stupid you, right? And that's how you could get a girl. And that's how you could do music, just like myself. I'm here standing in front of Fred, And I don't know half of the things he knows, but we could work in a chamba together, right? So that's why I said it's kind of like a weird question for me. I feel like you don't really need a teacher. Pero si lo ocupas, I feel like that's a harder question for me to answer. But avoid, I don't know, I guess avoid, you know, going maybe 20 years without having a music teacher. Just like myself.
There you go.
There you go.
Zombie, I want to thank you for coming today.
No, thank you,
Thank you
man.
for making the drive down from San Fernando Valley.
Actually, Palmdale.
Oh,
From
Palmdale.
Palmdale to Chula Vista, almost 4 hours.
Holy
Yeah.
So now I feel indebted that I must get you some good food. Pero muchas
Or
gracias
at
por
least
venir.
some more Sprite.
More Sprite.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
honestly, thank you, dude. Thank you. I really appreciate this time.
No, al contrario, gracias por venir. I know everybody that's watching at home on their cell phones, on their computers, is really going to appreciate it because it's very rare that we actually get to delve a little bit deeper into the people that we see online and the people that we learn from and the people that we hold in high esteem. So once again, thank you on behalf of myself and everybody that's watching. Thank you for coming. And we will be collabing very soon with other videos and other cool stuff for everybody at home to enjoy. So
yeah, it's like I feel like everyone sees like maybe you or myself, and maybe you guys feel like, oh, he had it super easy, or he came from like a music background. I don't come from a music background, you know. So I started, like I said, maybe like in a stupid way. It kind of started like as a hate, like I wanted to be better than those three guys, you know. But that's just my my competitive side, and I don't want to say I got to be badass, but for the people who like the way I play, that's how I got to be myself. And then another thing is never compare yourself to other people. Just compare yourself to yourself. One of the things that I started doing for myself to grow as an individual was that's when I started my Bibolero 2001, which is now called Noe Garcia. But I started that channel because I was very timid. I was growing up, I was very shy. I didn't want to ask people like, hey Fred, how do I do this, So I was very shy, and you could even check those videos that you can't even see my face. So I would put, videos online so people could critique me. But, people like them. So anyways, moral of the story is just do things for yourself. Don't do things to get like recognition from other people. Just do it for your own self. Tú mismo, tú date. You critique yourself, and then you be your own person.
Well, yeah, as a musician, one of the goals, you should not aim to be as good as, Luis Damian, as good as Carlos Parra, as good as Zombie. It should be better than you were the day before. And that's when you find real growth, when you try to become a better musician than you were the day before. Because ultimately, it's not a competition of who's the best, rather it's a competition of how much better are you compared to yourself.
Versus yourself yesterday.
Yeah, or a year ago or 10 years ago.
That was always my thing. I used to have a lot of recordings on my iPod, which I don't know what happened to that iPod. But I used to have it was a Belkin mic that you attached to your iPod. And I used to have all these recordings, me, myself, practicing to Mexico de Noche, and just little things that I wanted to hear of myself. And if I didn't find them, then I'll just erase them and I just try to do it better. And then that's how, like I said, that's just how I got to being what I do now. And nowadays, de vez en cuando I'll have an idea, I'll record Mexico de Noche, I'll record like a regular track, and then the next track will be like, and that's how I started evolving my own self. Just, like I said, my own thing was just, it's weird, dude. And my own thing was just rap and techno. Yeah, techno, because techno has a lot of beats, which a lot of you guys are gonna be like,
they don't know what techno is. They don't know like all that music.
But it's just a lot of
from back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, if you like rhythms, man, that's what you are. That's what I am. I love rhythms. For a lot of times, and for the longest, I got criticized when I was young. ¿por qué no lo puedes tocar así? Well, because
¿Por qué no lo tocas derecho?
Yeah, because I don't like it that way. Because I have in my own head, like if you play tan tagada ta 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 tan tagada ta, in my head I'm thinking tagadan 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 tagada ta 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 tan, you know? So you keep tan tagada ta 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 ta, and in my head I'm like, I'm doing my own thing because naturally what inspired me to play this, I've never called this a beautiful instrument, but was techno, man. Just beats and rhythms. But that's what I could say.
Chingón. All right, let's have some tacos.
Down.
Sauce.